So what does bulk emailing do in TSM? If you have bulk emailing, which is an enterprise-only feature, it's a special option in the report writer, it will automatically, when you send out invoices, batch together all of the invoices for the first customer it finds and sends them off in one email. And then it automatically batches together the invoices you find for the second customer and batches them together in an email, and does the so on and so forth for every customer that it matches in the criteria that you put. So typically you would say a date range being last month or last week, and it will do that for every invoice it finds in that range, sort it by customer, bundle all the invoices together, and then send them out. And that's what the bulk emailing does in TSM.
Let's log in to show people what David was talking about.
So if we go and, so just to show an example, we've opened up TSM here. If I go into the debtors reports, and I was to say, for example, I want the invoice date is between beginning of last week and the end of last week. And I want to, I don't want to include paid invoices, so we'll leave that out, or I do want to include paid invoices, it's up to you. But I definitely don't want to include invoices on hold, so you make sure that's not ticked. And then what we're going to do is we're going to choose this option here, is our emailing option. We have two options here. We can email the billing customer, and it will then batch all the invoices together based on the billing customer. Great if you've got a head office. One email will go to the head office with all the invoices for all of the branches that you've done jobs for. Or you can do it by the site customer if there is one. And if there isn't one, then it'll fall back to the billing customer on the job, because not every job has an actual site customer ID. And so that would then batch it by site. So all jobs of like location will go out together to the customer and so on. So once I go and do that, if I go choose email the billing customer, all I have to do then is I obviously choose the layout of the invoice that I want to attach, which is fine. I can still tick this if I want to, one inverse voice per email, but it kind of defeats the purpose of having batch emails. But at least I can control who they go to. So what I'll do then is I'll go and click print. It'll say to me, warn me, you are about to do an email run. Are you sure? I'll say no here because I don't want to actually send it. But if I say yes, it'll now start going and sending out emails batched by billing customer for the criteria that I set for all invoices for last week. And that's what the bulk emailing is. Now, there are other modules that also have bulk emailing, the job module and so on, and they have various different options in here. So we could batch bulk email jobs, for example. We could bulk email various other things. Statements. Statements is quite popular. Yes, we could bulk email statements. Well, that's here as well. So if I was to choose statements instead of invoices, then I can do the same. It'll go and send off one invoice per billing customer with their statement attached. Included on that statement, all of the invoices that related to that particular customer. Now, if we don't have bulk invoices enabled or we don't have enterprise, we can't do this. All we can do is just send it out.
Any customization of bulk email reference air conditioning companies, for example, Reece? Do you want to comment on any customizations you've been privy to?
This wasn't strictly a customization. We didn't need to do a customization since they purchased enterprise. But the particular use case was they wanted to use this for marketing emails, which is also something we do in-house. The way we did that was by doing an end run around actually printing a report at all. We did a contacts report. Contacts report, we email the customer. and it appears we don't have any email templates set up here.
No, there aren't. So if there were, you'd set them up.
We would select an email template and we tell them we only want that email template.
So what that does is if I choose an email template, which I don't happen to have one in this data, and I only email the template, it won't send the report. It just sends them an email with a body. And you can then mail merge in with that body using our template merge facility, DID, name, and various other relevant pieces of information. One other one here is if you tick this one here, it'll send an email also to every contact under the customer, whereas if that's not ticked, it'll only send it to the primary email of the customer itself.
Where's the mail merge feature?
In the email
this one
template.
here, email customer. Oh, the mail merges in template, email templates.
You want to show the users where they...
So are we able to select a different format of invoice by customer?
Yes, we are, if you have enterprise.
It's one of the frequently asked features in TSM.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons why people upgrade to enterprise as well.
So in answer to your question directly, Mark, the request has come is how do we send different invoice layouts out to different customers, perhaps based on their prior seniority or based on whether they're good or bad or whatever it happens to be. And what we have, right, so if you see down here, on a customer basis, enterprise only, you can choose a default invoice layout for that particular customer right there. Typically, you put that against the billing customer, of course, as opposed to the job customer. And similarly over here, you can identify a default job card layout per customer if you wanted to have different job card layouts per customer, and that goes against the job customer itself. Question was asked about how we script email templates. And if you go and have a look, for example, if I'm on a job, whichever job it is, and I go and email the customer, you'll notice that there is a template here. And in that template, you'll notice it's got the person's name, Andrew, at the top. But if I chose a different template, for example, technician, you'll notice it says, hi, Ali, who's the tech. That's controlled via scripting. So if I was to go into utilities, scripts, and I chose blank email customer, you'll notice it says there's an expression, just like a report expression. Proper, which is a function that caps the first letter. The left, job logged by, according to this, it's doing servecard.logged by. And then it does the work performed. It says straight out, get the name from the employee table and display that. If it's blank, then display the employee ID. And then display the message, whatever that is there. And then display the logged in user's name at the bottom. So that is scripting. We're not going to go delve into the details of how one does the scripting. Hi, contact.firstname. Well, an email template is attached to emails, a PDF, a PDA. So let me go here. So we have three different options here. An email template is used when we send emails. It typically has mail merge field capabilities. A script is used for memo fields, where we want to drop a standard set of text into a memo field. It can also potentially do merging, but typically it's a standard paragraph of text. A mobile script is a script that's available for TSM Mobile in the field, right? So we don't have the same set of scripts available for back office that we have available for TSM Mobile. They are a separate set of scripts. And they're the three different types of scripts that we have.
And why does yours say mobile script and mine say PDA script?
Because you have an older version of TSM.
Okay.